Hi guys, welcome back. All right, Taurians, let's go ahead and jump on in. We are going to take a look at what is Taurus's next adventure, all right? Whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. Actually, I think I want to go with this deck. All right, the next adventure for Taurus. Magician. Well, it could be whatever Taurus wants it to be. This feels like a childhood dream that comes back to the forefront of Taurus's mind, something that they'd like to do. That I always think of like the Mother Goose nursery rhymes is the reason I say something from like childhood. We do have the magician's cap or top hat, I should say, turned upside down. So there's definitely this element of like, oh, there's this thing that I've wanted to do for the longest time. It feels like a childlike, joyful energy. With that 10 of Wands, I kind of think that Taurus is going to have the opportunity anyway to jump into something that they haven't done in a long time, but have always wanted to. 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. It's important for Taurus to be able to do this now of all times. I feel like Taurus has gone through some kind of a loss they've made peace with. And with that loss, I almost feel like this is somebody who's released some of the pressure of the adult world by saying, you know what, you do your best as an adult. Sometimes things still don't work out. I feel like there could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in the mix, specifically Libra, just because we got the Libra scales here. That has been the source of conversation. I almost feel like Taurus has made peace with the fact that something didn't stack up. It didn't turn into what they wanted it to be. This could have been they were disappointed by a romance. This could be a relationship that's ending. But you know what? Taurus has never felt lighter. The next adventure could be Taurus is actually saying, you know what? I've come to the same conclusion that a good friend of mine has come to, which is, honestly, I didn't miss out on anything. In fact, I have the whole next chapter of my life to write. And it could be, I don't have the wrong partner anymore in my life holding me back, holding me down. I actually can pursue any of my wishes and dreams that I've ever had. This feels super positive. This feels really happy. King of Pentacles sideways. Taurus also is recognizing that they still have the opportunity to meet a better, more suitable romantic partner for their life, a better, more suitable relationship. 2 of Cups, 5 of Wands. I almost feel like this is a Taurus who is recognizing I'm back on the dating scene. It's been a long time, but I'm back and I'm ready to date and I'm ready to meet different people. I'm ready to interact with, a romantic partner or a lover or somebody that would be a good match for me. It has been a long time, but yeah, I'm back. I'd like to do that now. This sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like Taurus knows that there's a true mate out there for them. They cried a lot of tears over some previous partnership that, like I said, could have been a Libra, somebody who didn't treat them right. They cried a lot of tears over that. And they finally decided, you know what? This was not my fault. I'm done. I'm free. I'm clear of it. Now let me go start living my life, feeling like I'm fresh and young and 18 years old all over again, single, the world's at my fingertips. I could meet anybody. I know that there's better love out there. Oh, it's a song, You'll Find a Better Love, strong as it ever was, deep as the river runs, warm as the morning sun. But please remember me. That may be the mantra of whomever Taurus is leaving behind. They know that Taurus is going to find a better love. Taurus knows it too. But there is the quest. Taurus begins the quest for meeting new people, having new experiences. Sometimes that's exciting. Sometimes it can be like, wow, this could get overwhelming. I think Taurus is going to look at this kind of as an excitement. Like I get to learn about different people. I get to, I don't know, Taurus feels like they're going to have fun. Taurus could start dating quite a bit. They could go out on different fun dates depending on what kind of person they're going out with. It's like, oh, I went out last week with somebody who's, whatever, musician. So we went to the symphony because some of their friends are in the symphony and it was wonderful. And then a week later, I met somebody who likes dirt bike riding. So I ended up going out on a dirt bike ride with them. Or, it's when we start to date people, we wind up stepping into their world, and that can be really fun. Oh, I got to spend time with them and enter their world a little bit. Learn about them, learn about new things. We got the Empress. This is Taurus all day. I think Taurus is going to be very, I'll say, delightedly surprised to discover that they are quite a hot commodity in the dating world. If this is a Taurus who's just now ready to start dating again, Taurus is going to discover, number one, there's a lot of great people out there. Not everybody's going to be the one for us. But I think Taurus is going to have some very nice experiences getting to know other people. And they might be very pleasantly surprised to discover that other people treat them a lot better than an ex did, are more interested, more present, more whole. And I think it's because Taurus themselves is attracting better potential mates because they are selecting the kinds of mates that they're attracted to for valid reasons. Remember, Taurus is looking for a real bond, somebody that they can collaborate with, somebody that really comes across as a King of Pentacles. Taurus knows that that person's out there. I love the fact that this is the next adventure is the dating world, and Taurus is rocking it. They are having a really nice time. They're feeling more empowered, not disappointed, not disgruntled. King of Cups. There is someone very special out there for Taurus, somebody who could be a water sign. They could be kind of a granite faced with most people, but with Taurus, they're warm and wonderful. They could have connections to the sea, to the water. They could have been in the Navy. They could have been somebody who has sailed around the world. Maybe they have a boat, or they love to just be out by the water. That might suit them because they personally are also very attuned to emotions and water. Six of Swords. They've been alone a long time. This could be a long time divorcee or even a widow or widower. This is somebody who I feel like they have a lot of love to give, but they haven't given it to anybody in a long time. That's perfect for Taurus because Taurus themselves has, kind of had to let go of a disappointing relationship, and they're just now fully free of it. And they're just now at the point where they're letting friends set them up and they're ready to meet new people. Taurus is truly ready for the next chapter of their life. Well, so too is this King of Cups. Interesting that the King of Cups might be a better match for Taurus than even a King of Pentacles would be. And maybe that's just because Taurus needs a complement. We got 8 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. I think what Taurus is going to find out about this King of Cups is exactly why they have been out there on their own for a long time. I feel like they went through the ringer. I feel like Taurus is like, oh, been there, done that myself. Horrible ending. Yep. Took 5 years to heal from it. Yep. He might say, well, it took me 3 years, but yeah, we can talk about that. And no wonder it's so much more amazing to meet somebody who's been through some chunks of life. I feel like this is a storyline for more mature aged characters that were married and divorced, characters who gave their all, had things, play out and it didn't go well. Then they've been single for a period of time. This could be like 50s and 60-year-olds that are starting to date again. And talking it out and actually explaining like, well, I'm single because this is what my life experience was. I took a long time being single because I went through something really painful and was treated really poorly. We know Taurus was treated poorly. We can see that they were also, but they left situations behind because they didn't want to be treated bad. That right there says that there's a real strong sense of like, I'm looking for someone who won't treat me like garbage and who I can treat really well. We know Taurus is going to treat somebody amazing. Taurus is an Empress energy. Taurus wants long-term. This person, being a King of Cups upright, he's whole, he's complete, he has a lot to offer, but not to just anyone. He's very selective who he lets in his heart, not because he's scared, because he's wise. Both of these characters are looking for somebody amazing, and I think that's how they're going to find each other. Do we have any message about that ex? Because it seemed like the ex was maybe still out there somewhere. King of Swords, they think a lot possibly about trying to reconnect with Taurus. We see them wavering back and forth almost maybe daily, knowing that they'd like to talk to Taurus. Maybe they have a lot to say still. I don't know if that's going to matter. It's just there is something about the ex, and I don't know, I feel like they were very very rudimentary for many years, and then they've slowly started, since Taurus has walked away, they've slowly started to rethink how they were behaving, like, and think more about contacting Taurus again to talk. But here's the thing. I kind of think now that we have this Mastery of Cups, which would be a King of Cups, even though they put a feminine on this card, so it is this card, the same king that we just saw. It is this card that also happens to have a feminine on it, even though it's a king's card as well. I feel like basically Taurus is going to have a choice between the ex and this new person, or let me put it this way. Wherever Taurus chooses to put the bulk of their attention, that's going to be the bond that they grow. And so although Taurus could, of course, go back to an ex if they wanted to, and Taurus may feel the energy of the ex still howling at them, still pulling at them, I don't see Taurus doing it. I see it as, no, Taurus is going to be, leaning toward a new person. Even though the ex is still out there, I kind of think that why throw away a great new beginning when we can see the ex wishes that they hadn't made those mistakes, right? The moon is what's hidden. And there is this, but I could change. I could treat you different now. Maybe I'd be more communicative now, Taurus. I just see it as, but this new person already treats Taurus better. There is a little sliver of this new King of Cups might even wonder, is Taurus's ex still out there? I don't know. I mean, just because it flickers through Taurus's mind doesn't mean Taurus is at all considering going back to that ex. It just kind of seems like the ex still thinks about Taurus an awful lot. But Taurus's next adventure, and that's what this story was about. I didn't know if it was even going to be about love or not. But their next adventure is the adventure of going into the dating world and actually meeting somebody quite wonderful. So all I can say is good on you, Taurus. I'm so happy to see this. This feels amazing for our Taurus. It feels happy. It feels suitable. It feels incredibly loving. And if they would like this new person is all Tauruses. Like that definitely comes across strong in this message. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.